Martin, shall we start?
Yes, Samara again.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I hope everybody can see me.
Sir.
And I guess I know some of you. Do you all know me? Does anybody know me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have seen me before, so I don't need to introduce myself. Sorry?
Yes, sir.
Do you all know me? Hi,
Yes, sir.
Aryan. Okay. In case some of you have known me or some of you don't know me, I'll introduce any which ways. My name is Martin, and I work as a tutor at Metamorphosis. Yes, today Mr. Pawan is not going to be here, so he is busy with some other work. So he told me to take up your sessions, and I hope you don't mind me taking up your session.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
No. Okay.
No, sir.
Right. Sorry. Yes, I know few of you. A big, I guess. I have seen a big last time also. I know few of you, and thank you for joining in. Right. Are you all able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me a thumbs up in case that you're able to hear me clearly. Give me a thumbs down in case that you're not able to hear me clearly. Okay, so I can see thumbs up. Okay, a few things in case that you want to answer yes, no, like this, so that we don't crowd the entire session, right? Wonderful. I
Yes,
hope
sir.
you know today's session would be about an MVP, wireframing, right? Wireframing or wireframe, or have you learned anything about an MVP? What is an MVP? Okay, Aryan, yes, you raised your hand. What is an MVP? Have you done anything regarding
MVP is the
it?
minimum viable product.
Okay,
It's
so have you
basically
done?
like a prototype to show you, to display what you are actually going to produce, what product you're going to produce, or what service you're going to give to the society. So
Okay, wonderful. That's nice. Anybody else? What is a MVP? Anybody else can try?
Sir, an
MVP?
MVP is basically a prototype which you can attract customers and show that your product is worth it to buy.
Absolutely. It's like a sample that you give it to your customers so I can try.
An MVP can be a sample product, which is a
Yeah.
sample or demo product, which is viable to show to customers or investors, which you can use to advertise yourself or for initial funding.
Yes. Absolutely, it's a kind of introduction of your company to the public, isn't it? They want to see what your product looks like. They want to see how your product feels like. Sometimes they try. Remember, sometimes whenever you have an example or a sample in your hand, you want them to taste it or try. It's like an ice cream parlor that you have, and you want customers to come and you can end up giving them little samples in that scoop, isn't it? Right, and they try it out, and if they like it, they end up taking an entire cone or an entire bucket of water that you want to. So MVP is very important. Have you done different types of MVP? Have you done any different types of MVP? Yes, Aryan, go ahead. Aryan.
I had attended this pitch top session which had occurred a few months ago.
Okay. Okay, wonderful.
There they had asked to bring out your MVP, and I had my idea's name is Wagon Express, and yeah, it's about how farmers sell their produce to the middlemen, to the customers without the intervention of the middlemen. So here my prototype was fruits. So I got a fruit basket and I displayed that in my desk.
Right. That's lovely. Anybody? Do you know any types of MVP? Yes, Dhruva.
Yes, sir. The thing is, this is actually one of my first sessions because I kind of joined late. So this is kind of like my first session here. I mean, I understand a few terms you're saying, but I don't know what currently we're doing.
Okay, don't worry, Dhruva. I'll come back to. I'll give you types of MVP that we learn, or we perhaps help you learn, so that you can practice one of them and perhaps start your business, or perhaps start your venture in terms of entrepreneurship. Yes. Anybody else? Have you learned about what is an MVP?
Actually, I've created multiple MVPs, sir.
Okay. Okay.
And I actually participate in the pitch stop event too, sir.
Lovely, lovely. Abhik, you raised your hand since quite a while. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I think an MVP is mainly, to my knowledge, it's used for mainly business pitches and initial funding. To my knowledge, MVPs are usually shipped out to like initial customers or initial investors, because in the real world, I've seen examples of companies like Neo, it's a gamepad company. They introduced like a new gamepad concept, and they initially ship their MVPs to the initial investors and private consumers. So that's what my knowledge is on MVPs. They're usually
Absolutely, you're
used
right.
to demo or
You're
prototype. Like
you're right, Dhruva.
commercial prototypes.
You're right. Absolutely. Yes. 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 I guess Abhik, you raised your hands. Abhik, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, like I'm presented my prototypes to the school also, and several events or meta offices. So it basically and it basically shows the customer that you can trust this company for investing, sir.
Okay. Okay. To some of you, in case that you want to know, there are a few things that we have. For example, can you see my screen? Okay, I'm not shared my screen here. Sorry. I'll share my entire screen so that you can see my screen. Okay. Can you see the screen? Can everybody see the screen? I guess you must have done this before. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does anybody remember what this particular part, types of MVP? Does anybody remember? I guess Abhi could, Amira.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, and I know that you must have done one of these in order to promote your business or promote your idea to a particular group of clients or customer or a few businessmen. Yes, good. Very good morning. Right. So I'll just run through this, then I'll talk about wireframe. Sorry.
What were you telling, sir?
I was talking about MVP. Today, we're going to talk about MVP and wireframing, how to make a prototype. Okay. Right. Prototypes are many different types. It's not just one. There are many different types of prototype that you can do. It depends upon what suits your product, what suits your kind of business that you do. Remember, it's all about you and your product. Okay. Yes, Shrisha.
What's the full form of MVP?
A minimum viable product. It's there on the screen. Can you see on the screen right now? Minimum viable product.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's a full form. So there are various different types of MVP that you can work on just to promote your product into the market, just to launch your product in the market. Some are software prototypes, some are product design prototype, some can show a demo video. There are people who show a demo video as a way for people to understand their product. You can always have a landing page, a small website. Yes.
Well, like if you have a software-based prototype, because mine is like an augmented reality-based prototype.
Right.
Is it okay? Is it okay if you keep like a live demo? Like whenever
you can.
an idea, like what you like, how do you like say, like if you're pitching a live demo, what do you call that? Like
what do you call that? I mean,
like
you're pitching your idea. You're pitching your idea through a live streaming.
Like that's it. Okay. There's no technical term for it.
There isn't as such as that, but you can name one for yourself, because there are many people who put in a live video in terms of putting their product into the market. You can do it on a perhaps software, perhaps on a website, anything. That depends upon how you stylize it. Okay. So I'll just run through these 5 different types of prototype that you can work on
also,
in future.
Sir, I'm working on my MVP, but the thing is, I don't really know where like a direct place where I can just directly pitch. Like,
yes, I'll try answering questions, Dhruva. Let me go through this 5, then I'll go to what is wireframing. Okay, is that fine, everybody? Okay, a few things. Okay, these are basic or the simplest or some of the things that have been tried by many people across the world to promote their product into the market. For example, this software prototype, and I guess people must be knowing what is software. Software, I guess everybody understands what is a software. It's a program that you make it on the computer, just building a software with core component like Java, HTML, or C++, which you need to know sometimes. There are many people who make a software and nicely. For example, this, I guess you know Facebook. Okay, I guess everybody knows Facebook. Facebook, when it's launched initially, it was only for the students of the Harvard University. Okay, it's a basic media, social media tool, and it could have only basic features just like the profile picture, the friends, or the photographs, few details about the person, what he likes, what he dislikes. As and when it became popular among the students of the Harvard University, Mark Zuckerberg and his team started exploring the entire idea of making complex features available on internet. Now, I guess Facebook has a multiple different pages, isn't it? So this was quite popular amongst the Harvard University students, and he went on to started promoting this particular idea amongst other university students in America. And that was quite successful. And then he realized that people want to be online. Then he started building this entire prototype into a main model called Facebook. So you can also make a software where you think can popularize amongst the group of people that you know, and perhaps make it famous, keep on adding complex features and gradually expanding them so that people can understand. And there are a few others. These are the different product design. I hope you've seen a blueprint. Has anybody seen a blueprint of a house? A blueprint of a house? Yes. And I guess when you see a blueprint of a house, you entirely know where exactly how exactly a house looks like in terms of centimeters and square feet, isn't it? You see where is your corridor, where is your bedroom, all those things. So initially, when say a designer or a contract guy or what we call as builders, they should show a blueprint to the people so that they can sketch it out on a larger frame in a canvas. Remember, they should do that in a very simple way. Hand tools where you use markers and pencils to draw it on a larger scale so that people can see how exactly that looks like. So these are typically before, when people want to show some of their ideas to people, they end up drawing on a canvas so that they can be shown. That's one way of showing your prototype to people, sketching it out. Wireframing is also very necessary. It in a way enhances your understanding. For example, I hope you know what is a wireframe. Can you see you draw like this, wireframing? You end up drawing like this. See, these are wireframes. Can you see basic things, what's good into the logo, what kind of homepage that you have, how does it look like? It's like the boxes and boxes and boxes that you have. I'll explain this you in later, okay? So some of the things you can do. Then you can have a mock-up video or a mock-up demo that you put. You can always end up knowing which is already available, put up in your stuff and perhaps show it to the audience. That is one way of prototype. These are helpful way of showing to people how your prototype looks like. Okay. Normally a wireframe looks like a hierarchy. I hope you've seen a tree diagram or a mind map.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen a mind map?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, a tree
Yes,
diagram
sir.
or a mind. It talks about the hierarchy, starting from the first, what is more important, second level, the third level, the primary and the secondary level important, then the subordinate comes in. Wireframing is also very important in terms of hierarchical or navigation way of showing to people. Then comes a demo video. And nowadays, people like to see a video of their product, of other person's product, so that it can be very nicely. I hope you've been to a store called Decathlon or a Decathlon store, a sports store, which is there in Hyderabad. Anybody?
Sir.
Okay. So you must have seen a television next to a particular product, which the television keeps on showing how is the athlete using the particular shoe or a particular equipment.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes,
That
sir.
helps
Yes,
you to
that's a
understand.
live demonstration on the side.
Yes.
That's
That's the way that people understand, okay, how that equipment or the particular shoe should be used, or what is the
just
usefulness of the shoe. Yes, I'll show
just
you a
direct
demo.
real demo. Just,
Yes, I'll show you a demo video. Just hold on. This is, I hope everybody knows what is a Dropbox. Do you know what is a
Yes, sir.
Dropbox?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just show you what is a Dropbox. I just got this video. It was there with us. Okay.
So we cannot hear the video.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Wait. I'll just share the sound. Wait, hold on. I'll just share the sound. I'm so sorry. I hope you can try. I'll play it from the beginning now. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
You've been there.
I hope
You're
you can
about
hear.
to buy lunch and realize your wallet is in your other pants. Or maybe you left your keys at home. The problem is organization. You need one place for everything, like a magic pocket. Putting something in the magic pocket means it's always there, no matter what you wear or where you are. The same thing is true for computers. If you have more than one, keeping track of all of your files can be a pain. Solving this problem is one of the big ideas behind Dropbox. It's like a magic pocket, a single, secure place for all of your stuff. Let's meet Josh, who is preparing for a big trip to Africa. Right now, all of his trip info is spread across his laptop, desktop, and phone. He needs to consolidate it all and is tired of having to email files to himself or move them around with a USB drive. Then he found Dropbox, which creates a new kind of folder on his computers. These folders work hard to be exactly alike, even across Macs and PCs. By adding his itinerary to his laptop Dropbox, he can be sure the same file will show up in his desktop Dropbox and even on his phone. The same thing happens when he saves a document in a Dropbox folder. The document gets updated across all of his Dropboxes. But it's not just his computers. The Dropbox website also works to be exactly like his other Dropboxes. Anything he puts in Dropbox is available on the website automatically. This way, if his Jeep takes a dive and his computer is ruined, he can still get to his files on the Dropbox website, where they're always backed up. As it turns out, Josh's Safari was a success, and his laptop made it home with lots of videos and photos to share. Instead of emailing everything, he just shared a Dropbox folder with his mom, so she could get copies of photos she wants to frame. Because it worked so well for travel, Josh made Dropbox the home for all of his stuff, so it's accessible anytime, wherever he goes. Whether you're traveling the world, running a business, or simply organizing your life, Dropbox means you can stop worrying about managing files and backups and get on with your next adventure. You can download Dropbox now at Dropbox.com.
Okay, now does it simplify what exactly is Dropbox? Does that simplify?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just a video showing the direct and real world use of Dropbox, demonstrating the purpose of the business.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, Risha. Go ahead.
What I understand from this video, that Dropbox is a kind of a app or a file.
Yes, it is just
cloud
like
file
Google
management
Photos.
service.
It's like a Google Photos, Google Drive.
Google Drive. Google Drive
Photos.
is the number one competitor for Dropbox.
You end up storing all your activities that you do on your laptop. Yes, Risha, go ahead. I'm waiting.
He can, like, Dropbox is like an organizing app, so you don't have to like look at all of your devices to
another way to put it is like it's a cloud file management system where it's just like one point. So even if you have a Mac and even if you have like an Android phone, there's one file management system which makes it easier for the user.
Sure. Okay, Madhav, you want to say something, Madhav?
So Dropbox is Dropbox is like something where we can store all our stuff or anything, so that we don't need to open it again and again. We can only press on that thing, that particular thing, and that will be in front of us.
Right, absolutely. Yes, Abhiram.
Sir, Dropbox is just like a storage file in which we store everything which we do or which is important.
Okay. Now, the reason you're able to answer these questions regarding the only because I showed you a video, isn't it? When you see a video like this, you end up understanding the entire tool, what exactly is the Dropbox all about. So imagine that tomorrow, in order to show your product to the people, you have a video in front of your hand or video in front of you to show to people. They'll also feel enamored of, they'll also feel very, very enlightened about the product that you have, isn't it? Demo video is one way of telling the people what kind of product that you have. It allows the people to come around the product and trust your product. It is also one way of making sure that your product is worthy enough to be put in the market, right? So people today like to see things in visuals, right? They like to see something in video, what exactly that it does, how exactly that it works, how exactly what kind of usefulness that it has, and all those features that you want to put in your product. That
so you're
comes
trying
around
to say that the people currently want to see a direct real world correlation to the product so that they actually find real use.
That is, see, imagine from a customer's point of view, customer wants the benefit of the product, doesn't he? He doesn't look at what kind of thing that it does to him. He wants a benefit. Everybody looks at his benefits, isn't it? So when you give the customer what exactly that he gets from the product through a video, don't you think he's really interested in buying the product, right? Demonstrating a product in front of people always allows them to come to your product very fast, right? If you show a picture or if you show a kind of brochure in front of them, they might think about it. They might think of dialing the number and calling. But if you demonstrate, show them the usefulness, show them the benefits, that allows them to believe or trust in your product. That is why we encourage people to have demo videos. You must have seen Shark Tanks recently. I don't know whether you watch Shark Tanks, when you see they come with live videos in front of, sometimes they demonstrate through a kind of enactment or an act right? That allows them to see, allows them to feel, allows them to understand the product in a whole way. And that itself becomes easier for a customer to come and buy a product. That is why when you have an ice cream parlor, I hope you must have been to a mall. You must have been to a mall where somebody must have started a new shop, a new pizza shop. There is a guy from that shop giving small pieces. Would you like to try it, sir? Imagine they come with a toothpick and put it and give it to you. And you as a customer end up trying it. And if I really like it, why don't I try something else? And that's their job. If you give something to the customer in hand or through a visual or through a video, it allows them to trust your product. Remember to gain the trust of the customer through a good amount of demonstration, right? So demo video does help. Demo video does help your product to come out. Yes, Swara Gupta. Swara?
No, that was by mistake.
Sorry?
So that was by mistake.
Okay. Yes, Chaitya?
Sir, I wanted to ask, in the demo video, it showed that Josh's laptop got wet and it did work. So, so he opened the website and took it out. So how did he do that?
It's like this. For example, today, in order to access my network or access my email, I don't need my particular computer. I can access through any particular other computer, right, Chaitya?
Yes, because it's stored in the cloud. It's networking.
Yeah, it's stored in the cloud. It's not stored on your computer. It's stored on the cloud. So Dropbox is a cloud service.
Sir, because it's stored in a particular account which you have signed.
Yes. It's like an account.
Yes,
so it won't get spoiled only because your computer goes into the water. So you just need to have any other computer. You can store it via a mobile phone that you can see via a mobile phone or a laptop or a tab. You just need to have an online. It's a cloud space that you.
I mean, like it's really simple. Like a cloud server. A cloud is basically the servers in like big offices, and like your account will give you your own space in that server. And
absolutely.
Then, and yeah, it's not like even if you travel from like Indonesia, that doesn't mean like if you're logging in from your guest computer, it's kind of like traveling from Indonesia to your house. That doesn't mean it's like not your house.
Yes,
it's
so,
one space.
Space. Yes, so tomorrow when you have a product, always have you can always have a demonstrating video to show them what exactly the benefits of your product all about. And then there's other MVP is the landing page, and I guess you might be knowing what is I guess everybody understands what is a website.
Yes,
a website which gives you clear information about the product, the services, what kind of business that you have. Remember, website are nowadays very common amongst businesses. Every business, 99% of the business do have a website today because they want to share their information to the public ASAP. And nowadays, people wanting to see their product onto the website, and people don't have the time to come around, read a brochure or call. A website gives a clear indication now that everybody has a laptop to see. Now, landing page is just like a website. Remember, a small page that you create just to create a kind of interest amongst the consumers that you're going to launch a product.
An online pitch. Because currently videos and websites are like the most popular advertising method. It's just an online page. It just shows you the real world application. It tells you. The landing page tells you, and the video directly shows you.
Yes.
And the most common nowadays, the most common is that they directly link the video onto the landing page. So both are shown at the same time.
Yes. Swara, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Will you just send this PPT, this whole video?
Yes, we will try. We'll try this everything and send it to you. Don't worry about it. I'm not able to hear you. I don't know who's talking.
Abhiram, sir.
Not able to hear you. Abhiram, I'm not able to hear you. I'm so sorry. Yes, Chaitya, go ahead. Chaitya Jain, go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to, can you again tell me what is the meaning of MVP? Like, I didn't understand the meaning of MVP.
It's there on the screen. Can you see on the screen MVP, minimum viable product written on the screen? MVP is minimum viable product. It's like a demo, a sample video that you create to show people what exactly your product is all about. That is called as an MVP. Before making an entire business come together, don't you think you make it in a smaller quantity and show it to people? Like a sample, Chaitya?
Yes, sir.
Oh, for example, I'll take a basic example. You wanted to start a cake business, right? You're baking a cake for the first time. Simple, everybody. Baking cake for the first time. Who is the first person to try out your cake? Who's the first? Your parents, your brothers and sisters, isn't it? They try out a cake. And when you bake cake for the first time, make it in a smaller quantity because using resources, isn't it? Water, dough, sorry, not dough, all those ingredients to make a smaller cake. If it tastes well and good, you make it a larger cake. If it doesn't taste well, you go back to an entire thing, ingredients table, and see what is missing, what is not missing. Remember, and your parents also give you feedback regarding the cake. Yes or no? You make it in a smaller quantity, and as and when it is good or better or nicer for people to taste, you make it a larger quantity. Then you actually start expanding. That's what you do.
So, the ads that come on the TVs and all.
MVP is all about making it a smaller quantity. Yeah.
Sir, I'm saying the ads that come on the TV, so that we can say them also as MVP.
That's a marketing. That's advertisement regarding your product. That's marketing. MVP is different. MVP is a trial, is a sample, isn't it? That you want to try out with people. It's a sample product. Remember, before buying something, end up tasting something, or end up knowing or touching something. We always buy something after knowing a sample, isn't it? We don't buy it only because we like it.
Like if we go to Naturals, they always give us a bite of the ice cream which we want to take.
It's a live demo. We can simply say it's a live demo. So like if it's a food product or an app, just let them experience.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then the landing page is normally created by company just to create an awareness amongst the people so that people can come and buy. Remember, there's this thing called early bird offer, or first come first 10 customers, first 50 customers get the benefit, 50% off for the first 100 customers. It's like Apple always does it. Remember, Apple phones when they launch.
Yes, it's just to attract customers because it's a new idea. It's not relevant. It doesn't have a base yet. It's like currently, like in the beginning, they had to do a lot of those. Apple had to do a lot of those discounts for the iPhone. Now, they don't do it anymore because the iPhone already has a base.
Yes,
companies
so they already have the
customers. Set a base for the product or set a base for themselves.
Yes, so they already have a customer base. It's just that you put in the product into the market, just alongside the website, create a kind of awareness, how it works, what are the benefits, and when it's going to be launched on that day, then you end up selling that, and you take the landing page or put that into a main website, and that's how landing page work. Landing page is all about how you can exchange email with the customer so that they can be sent a kind of the early bird offer mail or whatever it is, just to create a lot of awareness amongst people.
There's also like a lot of hype on new technology, like new technology in any product in general. A lot of companies do now is pre-ordering. They open for pre-orders, and pre-orders gives the company and the customer two things. One, company gets a specified amount of orders ready, so they have a specified amount of orders. That's security for the company.
Right.
For the customer, it gives them like a confirmation that they're on they're gonna experience the next generation technology. Or
absolutely. And the reason you got a good amount of people already have a pre-order because you give them a good demo, isn't it? You give them a good amount of information regarding the product which is going to be launched later, right? And that's how customer base can be actually created and trusted. That's what your pitch, the way that you pitch to the public should be very important, and how you put it. Your communication is the key. Your pictures that you show is the key. Your photographs you put in your website is the key. All the content that you put in your website just to arouse a lot of interest amongst the people is ideas. The way you put it, that is what. Okay. Then comes.
Right. For pitching, I guess Shark Tank is a really good example of pitching because Shark Tank is pitching, like the best pitch gets awarded.
Yes, absolutely. That's what you need to know how to pitch. That is why it is not only the product that you have on the screen that you want people to buy. It's also the way that you put in the product in front of the people, the way that you market it, the way that you use words to attract people. Remember, people get attracted towards good amount of information, the way you put it. Okay. We'll go back to this.
Yeah. It's actually psychologically proven. Words. Yeah. They're keeping nowadays videos are getting popular because it's psychologically proven that there's a set of keywords, if used properly, engage a person's brain in such a way, even if they don't need it. Like I don't need
absolutely.
$200 mountain hiking tent. But but there's a certain set of words companies use to attract people.
Absolutely.
Just to make them buy it.
That's what marketing and your communicators, your PR officials are the very key components of your business. That's what you need to hire the right amount of people to tell what kind of customer, what kind of product that you have. Remember, a product is a product. It has to be sold by somebody, isn't it? It has to be sold through the marketing gimmicks. Then comes, yes, Madhav, you raised your hand. Madhav?
Yes, sir. So we can say that MVP is like when we show a person the demo of something. I play guitar, and when I went to the institute, then the people there just gave me a demo that how to play guitar, and then I
Absolutely.
started. Is that called
Absolutely.
MVP?
Yes, that's what demonstrate. That people demonstrate what kind of usefulness it has. If I
Sir,
show you just a
MVP is
guitar,
actually
if
like
I
there's
show
a
you,
professional name for this. I read
I'll
in the
just
book.
I'll just answer
Oh,
Madhav's question. I'm so sorry. When you see something right in front of your eyes live, you tend to know what exactly how it works. Remember, people can show you a guitar, or people can show you a product, people can show you a mobile phone. That's how it works. But the way it works, if people show the benefit to you, how it sounds, how it picturizes, how it focuses, whatever it is, if they can show you the benefit of it, you go one step further in knowing that particular product. And if at all it sounds good to your ear or perhaps to your brain, or you get the right information, you might put your hand in. That is what the way you demonstrate your product to the public. How do you demonstrate also depends, right? Depends on your usefulness. That's why marketing plays a very key role in terms of a business. The way you market your product, how do you? That is why many companies try to get the best of marketing strategies in business so that their product is
there's
accepted and tried by the product. Yeah.
Actually, a professional name for this. It's by many marketing experts. It's called the hook.
Yes, the hook.
The hook is
Yeah, you need to.
the practicality and the reasoning behind the product all in one. The best reason you can give. Yeah, I mean the best. What is there's a quote. Even the most useless product can be sold if you have a really good hook.
Yeah, that's what. See, that's what.
Even the most useless product, a stick, can be sold in
Yes.
thousands of volume.
Yes. That,
They have
see,
a good
this is
hook.
all in the. It's all in the business that you need. That's what it is very necessary that you have a good minimum viable product. Then comes the customer interaction and presentation. These are traditional ways of doing it. There are businesses which still believe in traditional pathways, traditional ways to do a business. There are times that you as a business person go to a particular client's office, demonstrate your product through a PPT PowerPoint presentation, through an interaction, or to a question and answer session. Sometimes that happens. In the olden days, this is how people did that. We have a business, you carry a brochure with them, show what exactly the benefits of the company through a good number of numbers, you can do a few calculations, and you can plan it out in a way that the customer likes it. Sometimes there are decisions taken in the office, the boardroom. You can, and these are traditional ways of doing it. Presentations also helps you to make sure that you attract people. Presentation in terms of video, present in terms of a good amount of, say, a PPT, a picture, or a photograph sometimes. So these are the 5 different types of MVP that you can work on. Okay, based on your resources, based on your applicability, based on your style of business, based on your interest. You need to choose one type of MVP so that people can end up liking it, right? So I'll tell you what exactly is a wireframe and how does a wireframe work. Okay, I googled few. Okay, and I guess everybody would know what perhaps understand a wireframe is. Okay. Right, this is a wireframe. I hope everybody can see the screen. What is wireframing? Okay. Yes, you are saying something, Dhruva.
Nothing, sir. Just saying, basically, boardroom meetings have existed since like the origin of industrial business. I mean, like currently with our current technology, we have no use for them anymore. Like there's so many businesses who just never needed to do that and like got fundraisers publicly, like things like websites on Kickstarter, like Kickstarter.com. Like there's so many websites so many companies which never needed to do that now, but. Yeah,
right, true. That depends upon business to business, but there are few traditional
usually in like the tech industry mainly.
Yeah. So, but I guess there are people who still believe in that. It's not that traditional habits have changed.
I mean, like currently, that's just for like initial funding, like initial growth you can do without like the traditional boardroom meetings. But like after business grows and like even if it becomes public, like it grows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then by then it's too late. You have to like have that traditional sense.
Yes,
so
I know.
Those have been set forever.
Right, Chaitya, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Sir, as Madhav said, when he went to the guitar class, so they gave him a demo by playing themselves. The tutor played how to play the guitar and all and all. Yeah.
Right.
So guitar is not a thing that we have to taste and all. That can also be done online. So if a video of guitar like his first session. So that can also be an MVP then.
Yes, I'll tell you. During the pandemic, just give an example. During Chaitya, I'll just answer your question, Chaitya. I'll just answer your question. One of my friends is a very good yoga teacher. She used to work in a school as a yoga instructor. Unfortunately, the pandemic happened, and many people lost their job, and they couldn't afford a yoga teacher in their school. And people thinking, how that people have a yoga. What she did is she made a small YouTube video of her yoga, a video, and she uploaded that video onto her YouTube channel that she made. And that became a certain hit for her. And many people liked her, and many people started calling her that, can we have yoga classes online? Okay. Then what she did is initially went on a trial basis of few people joining in, and she got a good amount of crowd. Now she runs only yoga classes online. She doesn't have a physical space to do yoga. She has a physical space where she actually demonstrates that yoga, but she does only online, and she has an international audience too. What did she do? Rather than actually calling people to their place and demonstrating, she made a small video, put it on YouTube channel, and that became a kind of MVP for her. A product. She made a 5-minute yoga video, which she put it on YouTube, which became quite popular amongst the audience. And now she has quite a lot of people coming and joining her. So you can always go through a YouTube video and see what are the benefits of the guitar or whatever that you want to, interest in, and that could help you in buying or perhaps playing the particular instrument later. Yes, Chaitya?
So, sir, it is not important that an MVP should be live only. It could be online also. In some
Yes,
cases,
you can put a small video. You can always put a small. For example, I also play guitar. If I want to teach people, or if I want people to learn guitar through me, and I can have a good amount of business, so I can always put up small episodes of small what we call as episodes of learning guitar patch by patch that allows people to come in. If I'm good at it, so people like it, and that's how it becomes business for many people. Yes, Madhav.
because I also play guitar, so like it can be online also. In some cases, it should be live only in the ice cream parlors and all. It should be live only, but in some cases, it can be online also.
That depends upon what you're interested in. Some people like it in front of their eyes. They want people to play it in front of how that sound like. The whole originality comes into place. Yes, Madhav.
So, sir, basically wireframing is like if you can't do something like in real life, you can do it live or
I hope you can see a small board here. For example, I hope everybody can see a small board behind me, right? It's a whiteboard. Remember, sometimes when you try to explain people, you end up drawing. Remember, through a sketch, a small boxes, then you write something, small boxes, just to depict how it looks like, right?
Kind of map.
Yes, kind of mind map. So it looks like sometimes you wireframe an entire way. I hope sometimes people draw a landscape of a city just to show how the city would look like, isn't it? Through a wireframing, sketching it out, and sometimes use different colors, isn't it? Colors, red colors for standing for something, black color standing for something, blue color for something, and you demonstrate in a way that people can visualize, right? It's a visual design, and content is added in that design. For example, this, okay? I'll just scroll down. For example, this, I'll just scroll down. Can you see this? This is called a wireframe. This is a software design. A key object is what exactly a page will look like, how the page will look like it's just like a design, an outline of all the things, what exactly it look like. So it is very important that you sketch it out so that people can see, visualize, and understand what exactly it's going to look like. So wireframing is in a very simple way. It's a way to design a website service. It's a very structural. Now understand structure? A structure, it gives you position where exactly that you want to put it, how it look like. It's a common layout tool or content tool, and which showcases the functions of the page, what exactly the page is all about, for different users, for their needs and their journey. It isn't. Sometimes when you go to a website, you see different buttons and different icons at different places. Yes or no? And that all is a tool for guiding the user to know the particular website very well. Right. It's one of the early developments that you make in terms of process. Yes. Right. Madhav,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can just say that we don't need to see the live. We don't need to see just the live demo of something, but sometimes people also use fake products on any of their demo videos so that people get attracted to it. But first, Is
That
that
happens.
Yes,
product?
if you have like a physical like mock-up product, like whenever companies show off their new cars, like car motor companies, whenever they show off their like new cars and like car concepts, usually those cars never turn on, and the engineers probably just plugged in two lights. That's what they probably did. It's a fake
See,
demo, but it shows you what the product could be, and that is
yes.
where that's where the company wants to see interest.
But I
Yeah,
did
that's usually that's mostly applicable in like physical products, showing a fake demo
Yeah.
product. It's just like
See
a
that.
yeah, this is what
That's
it could be. Are you interested?
It's
And that
basically
usually
yes.
comes along with something like a
Please,
pre-order
please,
section.
please don't crowd the entire. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. Yes. So there are people who do that particular fake videos just to attract people. That's one way of doing your marketing strategy, one way of getting into the market and try to see at the end of the day, your business style demonstrates what kind of business that you have, what kind of product that you have. Okay, so it's a page layout demonstrating the interface elements. I have sent boxes across the page so they can show what exactly, why are they existing for, what kind of page are they existing for. It's a very, very interacting design process that you can make it. And you can always make it. That's why when you have a canvas, how does it look like? And there are many people who create this just to make sure that concept design is very clear, is very easy to adapt at the end of the day. Right, everybody? Right?
Yes,
it is also one way to navigate people through the entire web page or website so that people can actually see what exactly the web page is. Remember, there are drop downs, there are arrow marks, there are boxes which can click here to go further. These are all demonstration just to show people what exactly they're guided into. You can also show different features of the pages that you can have. Remember, nowadays we actually talk about business. If a business is so good, it will have a good amount of web pages. Remember, the web page decides whether the business is good enough, right? It can make how better the company is through their web page, right? Website page. Because when you add different details onto your website, people end up getting very confident regarding your businesses. So a wireframe is all about demonstrating what kind of pages that you have, what kind of product that you have online. It's like fulfilling the key business project and objectives, right? Any questions? Any questions? Wireframe can be hand-drawn too. It is not necessarily it can take a nice picture of and put it onto your website also. Yes, Chaitya.
So your voice is much cracking. I
Hello.
cannot.
I said you can always do a hand-drawn wireframe also. It's not necessary that you need an online tool to make it, right? You can make it visible. I remember whenever my father used to explain me an idea, he always put it down on a piece of paper and show it in a different way so I can visualize it, right? So you can always have a good amount of it.
Sir, so it's like a mind map or a flow chart of our prototype, sir?
Yes, it can be a flow chart. It can be a flow chart. It can be useful. That is the reason people call it as a wireframe, only because it shows the entire design of it, right? The entire design of it. That is one way to. It's easier way to help people understand your design, and you can always get it approved. Remember, all these builders have this big landscape photographs kind of blueprint. That's like a wireframe showcasing what exactly is where, how much it is in terms of centimeters or this thing. Remember, even we have this fashion design. They end up sketching the entire dress onto a canvas. Remember, they sketch it out nicely so they can be visualizing, putting colors or different things. I hope you must have seen it. Right?
Yes.
Anybody, any questions? Yes, Sarth Jain.
Sir, could you explain wireframing again?
Wireframing is a design, is a web. Can you see this now? Can you see this photograph on the screen? The small diagram on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Imagine this is a web page that you want to put. You keep on putting this so that people come to know what exactly the wireframing is. Like a layout design. A layered design, which how your website will look like, how your product will look like. Okay, so that people can understand. It's just one way of demonstrating. That's why I always say that sketching is one kind of wireframing. You end up sketching it out for people, showing what exactly the box is for, what exactly the tool is for, why is that drop down there, what you can do, select. And when you're making new software, you always do in a wireframe, don't you? You do it in a wireframe so that people can understand it. Yeah, Chaitya.
So wireframing is actually through links and all, and through mind maps and all.
Yes, it can be through a link. It can be through a mind map also. The reason people do mind map only because to understand the entire idea. Mind map is not only very raw. if you look at, whereas wireframe is morely into geometrical figures. You have boxes, you have squares, you have diagrams, you have small indicators. That's what wireframe is particularly this. Can you see this? The reason I'm showing this particular, you can have a site logo on one side, you can have your tools on the other side, you can show what exactly, you can show the main picture where it goes, you can do a sliders, all these things are very important key elements in terms of showing what kind of idea that you can show to people.
Like in the app of Paint in computer paints, there on the top of the bar, so that can also be wireframing.
Those are tools. Those are tools that you can use it to make a kind of wireframe. Those are tools. Because you can design them. Any design that you have on the screen, just to show people how does a page is going to look like. It's called a wireframe. It can be simply drawn also.
If we don't look that it is of paint, and if we put something else like in that instead of paint and all, so like एक paint है, एक side shapes है, editing, names.
See, it's like a box where you have different features. What exactly the web pages look like? Okay, it's like a graph, a small graph. What exactly it look like a picture.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, got it.
And there are a few advantages depending upon how much you use it. Remember, it depends all about how we execute the design in front of the people so that it becomes appealing to the people and how it can be useful. Remember, there are many wireframes which are not so useful for people. You might not have the design very nicely. You must have not done any kind of or a feedback done on it. You must have not worked on it very clearly. The visuals might be blurred or visuals might be not clear for people to believe in. And that's what happens. That's why the entire, I keep on taking this as an example. The sketch of your blueprint is like a wireframe, right? It shows you where exactly is what, how exactly it looks like, right? The design of it. Yeah. Anyone? Karthik?
Sir, I just wanted to ask what is the disadvantage of these wireframes?
It depends. If you're not able to design your wireframe nicely, it's not going to communicate your idea to the public. Remember, designing is a key element. Design can be done in a very neat way also. If your designs are not properly done, it might not help the customers to believe in your product, right? The layout, the design, the way you copyright it, the way you help it to be, whatever that you put into your wireframe, it has to be relevant to the public to know. If you don't get the relevant data or the design very clearly, people might not buy your product or not know your product very nicely. That's only a disadvantage. It's about how you put it in a piece of paper or onto the website. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I couldn't understand like the advantages of this in our business.
You don't have to seek about advantage, disadvantages. There are many websites, there are many tools, there are many videos online which can help you to understand what exactly how a wireframe works. There are many software which tells you to design a wireframe. So it's not necessary that you have to go through one particular website or one credit. There are many disadvantages and advantages of everything that you do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how you design, how do you put it on a layout, how do you put it on a screen, how do you put it on a board that it looks like. Remember, drawing is one way of showing people what exactly your idea looks like. Remember, for your science project, you must have done a small layout on a piece of paper, a book, then you must have executed as a plan in a kind of a demonstration. Yes or no? For a school project, you must have drawn a layout on a book. How does that look like? Then you must have executed as a plan later.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Amira?
Yes, sir. So I wanted to ask that for our, we have made like on WordPad, on any part of computer, we have made our logo and then we have sticked it with our videos and clearly visible. So will that be okay for that?
Yes, that is enough. That is quite enough. That's quite enough to demonstrate your idea to the public. That is it. So that's why you need to show to people what exactly your idea looks like.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Right. I hope you understood what exactly is wireframe. You can explore in Google. You can explore all the sort. There are many sort which helps you to develop a wireframe. Remember these things. And there are a lot of tutorials available on YouTube which showcase what exactly wireframe. You need to develop this prototype by doing it online. So if at all nowadays students or people are quite comfortable doing a wireframe online. Otherwise, people should do it on a board or do it on a big canvas paper, right? You can always try it. That's what putting in a boxes, different boxes, showcasing what exactly the ideas look like wireframe, right? So MVP is very important in developing an idea. You need to have a very clear, good, technically assisted MVP sometimes, in case of you're making a demonstrating video, or perhaps putting a PPT in front of people, showing them what exactly idea looks like or how it looks like, what frame it looks like, what is the design of it. So you need to put it very visually. Remember, people like to see it in person, sometimes like to see the model in hand or perhaps taste it or try it. So for that, you need to have samples ready. Then only MVP works. MVP is all about generating interest amongst the product that you want to sell it in the market. If you have a very great MVP, a good MVP, people might like your product and they might end up investing in your business, right? Right, everybody? Is that fine? Everybody? Everyone? Is that fine? Okay. Okay. There's one more thing that I want to show and share with you. There is a program, there's a new course coming up, and I want you to actually, I hope you can see the screen, everybody. This is a young entrepreneurs course, that is accelerator program, young entrepreneurs accelerator program. This is for eligibility criteria from grade 6 to grade 12. Okay, it's online, live, and self-paced sessions. So, there are 25 sessions of these, and we would like, if at all, you can register and please go through this entire brochure. This brochure would be circulated to you. The cost of program is around 6,500, but we would like to offer you around 5,000 rupees. So in case that you're interested, you can always call on to us and we'll help you out in understanding this program. Okay, it's also one of the areas that you can develop your entrepreneurial skills. It's an accelerator program that we started for recently. So we can read about this, so we can and guide you through the entire program, right? This brochure, we'll send it to you, everybody. This brochure will send it to you, and we'll help you understand what exactly the program details are all about. The sheet self explains all the details of the program that you want to take part in, how exactly it's going to work for you, right? You can create a sustainable business model later and gain market assistance. So yeah, the benefits of program is this: you can get an internship opportunities, we can experience Shark Tank similar series kind of stage, and also you get learning kits like business dictionary. Right, so these are some of the benefits that you can get while you do this program. You can also build with an LOR and SOP recommendations, and also get access to global competition that we put you into. Right, everybody. So please explore this. I'm going to send you this brochure. One of our team member will send you this brochure. Go through it. It actually says around 6,500 for the entire program, but we would like to offer you around 5,000 rupees. So please get back to us regarding this and help yourself in getting a new or perhaps a good amount of entrepreneurial journey. Right, everybody? Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the curriculum model is all outlined here, so you can always go through it. And we want you to make sure that you end up getting details regarding this thing, so I can create a model later in a very similar or a very nice manner. There are a lot of case studies that we put in terms of business, so different big companies case studies that we take into, and perhaps so that you can enjoy the entire journey of being an entrepreneur, right? Right, please
Yes,
explore this brochure. We'll send it to you, and you can be one of them among them to actually take up this particular program with us. We'll be happy if at all you come on board. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. This session was useful, and perhaps you can come back to us in terms of what you think. Yeah.
Bye, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Yes,
Bye,
Amara.
sir.
Amara.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Amara. I hope you're there, Amara.
Yeah, sorry, I was not able to find the mute button. Hi, Martin. Thank you so much for the
Yes,
wonderful
thank you.
session.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So
Thank
you,
you.
everybody. See you. Have a nice day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.